Namaste. I'm going to ask you a question. What do you want? Where do you want to be? Or where do you see yourself a year from now? Or 5 years from now? Because you have the power to create the life that you envision for yourself. And yoga empowers us with the ability to do that, to manifest what we want in our lives. And this is done through a practice called Sankalpa. Sankalpa means focused energies of mind. I will never forget the day that the practice of Sankalpa was introduced to me. The master yogi who was teaching me and initiated me onto this path as a yogini, he walked in and he looked at me and said, a yogi understands that everything in this world is created twice. First in the mind, and then in the manifest world. The clothes that you're wearing were first in the mind of the designer. The buildings that you see were first in the mind of the architect. The music that you listen to was first in the mind of the musician. Everything in this manifest world was first in the mind of the creator. And then he handed me my lesson for the day, and I sat down in front of him and read it out loud as we did. And it was on Sankalpa. I hadn't even heard the word before. And it described Sankalpa. A Sankalpa is a conscious articulation of a desire where mental energies are given direction through clear and focused intentions. And then he shared with me the practice. And it was on this day that I was introduced to the concept that I am a creator and I create through thought. And it was on this day and through this practice that my life began to change. Later on my journey, when I met my guru, I was taken deep into the power and potential and operations of the mind and consciousness. And she taught me that there is nothing greater than mind. That this mental force and this energy needs to be harnessed, needs to be channeled. And this was done through the practices of yoga and through the practice of Sankalpa. Sankalpa is the yogic way of living with intention. It's creative thinking, it's powerful thinking. What you think comes true. And I knew that to be true at the time because I had set a Sankalpa, an intention, to find my guru. I wanted to go deeper. I wanted to find my guru. And there I was with her. I had also set a Sankalpa to know true love in a relationship, in a partnership. And I attracted my soulmate, my husband. That's the power of this practice, the power of Sankalpa. So this begins the Inspire Living 3-part series on Sankalpa, the yogic art of living with intention, where we will share with you this life-changing practice in 3 parts. First, we will become aware of all of our desires and bring them to the surface of the mind. Second, we will examine and understand them and come to know which ones are most important for us to fulfill at this moment in our lives. And this is done through a meditative process where we awaken that reality within the mind. We bring it to life. Third, we will learn the practice of Sankalpa, how to form a Sankalpa, how to plant it in the consciousness like a seed so that it will manifest. So let us begin with step 1, becoming aware of our desires, which brings us back to the question, what do you want? Quite often it's unclear what we want. Or we want so many things that we've created a shopping list rather than specific goals. Whatever the case may be, this is your time to bring it all out, become aware of all of it, and make a list. What do you want? What are your desires? What do you want to experience in life? Who do you want to be? What do you want to change? It can be something physical. I want to get in better shape. I want to eat more healthy or learn to cook healthier. I want to learn a new sport. I want to run a marathon. It can be something mental. I want to learn a new language. I want to take a course or get a certification. I want to get a degree. It can be something emotional. I want to improve an aspect of my personality. I want to speak more lovingly or with more intention or more confidence. I want to become a better listener, or I want to be more patient. It can be relationship orientated. I want to become more intimate with my partner. I want to communicate better with my partner. It can be, I want to attract a relationship. I want to get married. I want to have a baby. I want to adopt a child. It can be work or career orientated. I want to start a business. I want to write a book. I want to become more financially responsible or aware. I want to buy a house. Or it can be more spiritual. I want to go on a retreat and take an inward journey. I want to start a spiritual practice. I want to awaken my dormant spiritual potential. Whatever it is, this first step is about becoming aware of all of your desires and making a list. It's a fun and interesting process of discovery, discovering your desires. And then take your time. This isn't done in one session, one sitting. It takes days, even weeks, to develop this list. And as you ask yourself that question, what do I want? You'll find yourself thinking about it in the days. And new things will pop up. And you'll write them down. And some things that you've written down, you'll come to understand that that's an old idea of something that you thought that you wanted, and it's not really relevant anymore. So then you cross it out. Keep building this list, making this list, then editing it. Then, before we even begin the process of examination, I want you to sit with the list and feel into what feels most important for you to manifest in your life right now, and highlight it. And those highlights will be the top of the list. Then in our next session, we will move into meditative contemplation, where we will get a glimpse of this desire manifested in your future. So I hope you enjoy this process of discovering your desires and awakening the idea within that you are a creator and you create through thought. May your lives be blessed and may your spiritual practice be blessed. Hari Om Tat Sat.